Mm-hmm.
Last time when we worked together and then we got lost, we get off track, we got off track. We did not answer the question. It's not a presentation, it's a panel discussion.
Yeah, so that's
So we changed.
I
Actually,
out.
we worked today, yep. And look at the new one. I think you can click on edit and save when you opened on email.
Mm-hmm.
Open the student email.
Polly, just click. Sarah, you're looking at the screen. You will see there, edit and reply is there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Show her.
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
That's
you see that, Sarah?
I saw it. I did it already. I mean, I included it already, but then Aparna told me
you have to search.
that what I've put there is like you guys have put it in the third slide about challenge, so I took it out.
No more challenges.
No more on it.
But there's still some problems.
Yeah.
There's some problem in the scenario.
Like
if you can think of something in scenario, then you add in the scenario. You see that? I think it's the second slide.
Second slide.
Scenario.
Yeah.
In the scenario
would be the problem.
when we talk about the problems like poor performance, low attendance, low levels of educational attendance, you see that?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, you see that, Sarah?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so you can add in and please provide the reference like that.
What
at the
what
end.
do I add?
You just add anywhere you like. You put the cursor at the end, poor performance, and press enter.
The easy for the indigenous people.
Yeah. Anywhere.
Oh, so you mean I should put more problem?
No, if you think there should be something else important, then add in.
Okay. So what I've added is just like because I didn't know that you guys have changed, so I just put challenge 1, and it's about like a list of the same as your recommendation, similar to that, a list of author that support my idea about ignorance of children aspect in practice, like that. Yeah, but then
maybe that can be a good one.
That you guys have it already in the third slide, the challenge, so that's why I decided to take it out.
No, which one is the third slide?
Third slide. Move to the
question. The question. The next one.
Yeah, it's already.
Next one.
Third slide. Next
one
one.
more. Yeah, next one. Number 3.
You mean the disruption to education?
Yeah, something like that.
So it's cultural obligations, and then you can add something, put a comma and then add in, because that would help people to elaborate easily when we were talking.
How do I wait?
You just put the cursor there and double click and then write. Type in.
I want to show you like how did I do it before, and so what should I put, like ignorance of student aspect of culture?
Ignorance.
I think it's go to the third slide. Holly, move to third slide. The next one. Next slide.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that one. Okay. Sarah, repeat what you said.
So because you guys have it there already, so like culture obligation, and what I'm saying is the same thing.
It's about connecting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said you just put one, like you put 2 words in there, so that it's easier for the person who's going to talk about that, find it easier to elaborate, like, because
Okay,
actually
let me
Sarah has no idea what culture obligations mean. You don't understand that one, I'm sure, Sarah.
Yeah. So
By this
I
we mean that, because for example, if someone in the community dies and no schooling anymore, everyone goes to the funeral,
Mhm.
that's the, that creates this disruption to education because of the culture rituals.
Mhm.
Like
Oh,
if you refuse to go to my funeral and then you said no, I have to go to school, and then they said no, you don't pay any respect to the dead anymore.
Mhm.
yep.
He's senior and he's something like that, and then you have to take the school off, and then you go to the funeral instead of attending school. That's what it
Yeah.
means.
So
And
I'm updating now.
so do you think the same?
Yes, of course. That's what
uh,
I'm trying to do.
okay. Yeah, so we can put one or two more words in there by adding in, so it's easier to elaborate.
Yep.
Do you have any more ideas to clarify stakeholders' perceptions in schooling? Different stakeholders' perceptions on schooling?
Isn't that also talking about student and teacher?
It's like parents blame on teacher blames on parents, and you know,
All the blame game up across.
yeah, they blame
Yes.
each other for the
Parents.
student failure.
Yeah, students blaming the parents, students blaming the school, students blaming teachers. It's across.
And it's like for teacher, maybe the teacher think that the cooperation from parents at home, to get the children do the reading and do the homework is very important. But the parents said that it's the teacher's job. Why should they do that? Something like that, because the education should be the job of the teacher, not the parents. Do you guys think that it can be seen as a perception, the notion of education and learning, and then they blame each other?
The problem is we need to find the reference.
Yep.
There's so much. How will I say it? If you read
Okay,
further.
actually this is Maria's idea. Most of my part is recommendation, and I think I have to tell you guys so much, because if I thinking twice, I don't think that you guys may elaborate from the recommendation I suggested, because, well, what do you say?
Guys, it's a panel. Don't be carried away too much by what's on the presentation slides, guys. Come on. You guys are stressing out over the presentation. Think about how the structure of the discussion is going to take place.
Okay, so Maria, take a look at recommendation 1.
Okay, go to recommendation 1.
Yeah, because too crowded.
Yeah, okay.
All the
I like your point about that take culture into serious consideration.
Yes, but look at the slide. It's too crowded. What should we do now?
Okay, let's chop it out.
Yeah, we need to, clear it a little bit. Too cloudy in here.
I know. It's just like, what are they saying? There's so many things.
Yeah.
Okay, the key messages in there. Key
Yes.
messages.
My idea is that we need to take culture into serious consideration in curriculum plan and development, because Kelly in 1977 said that only with culture then we can create equality and inclusion in education.
Okay.
And he said that Yeah, okay. I just talk about it so that you guys get the idea.
Okay.
And he also said that curriculum transmit the culture of a society, so culture is important.
Okay.
And he also said that is, like I said this afternoon to you, culture is diverse by itself, let alone different cultures.
Okay.
So culture is important.
It's interesting that you touch on this word equality. Okay, can we, in the first slide, when we say all the problems, can we also put the inequality?
Oh yeah, that's an idea.
You get it?
Okay, I'm gonna put it in.
Okay, inequality.
Inequality. There's a culture and inequality, unequal or unequal education.
Yeah.
Or inequality. What do you say?
Yeah, inequality. Sorry.
Okay,
It's
inequality. So just inequality, and then we would. Do you think we need inequality or unequality?
Inequality.
Okay, inequality or unequal education. What do you say?
Yes. Oh, unequal education. Let's call it
That's
unequal
better.
education.
Yeah.
Yes. It's on the education component.
Yes.
So yeah,
Guys, it
unequal
should be
education.
inequality in education, not unequal.
Ah, there she is.
And also, have you read, guys? Have you read Bourdieu's social reproduction thesis or theory?
Okay, give us a point there. Give us a point.
It's he says that um, like the culture in school, which has and from culture I mean the social stratification. Hello.
Yes, go on.
What just happened? Okay.
We are listening.
So, from social reproduction, he's saying that the trend is going on, and with coming generation. And from trend, I mean that the dominant class, which is there for. So in our case, it would be the the indigenous people are being suppressed, and this is the culture which is going on. So it's like the social reproduction of that culture.
Okay, so you want to put it under the issues?
Yes.
Where do you want to put it?
Social
Where?
reproduction.
I actually put it, but it's because it's in the recommendation already.
No.
And we can talk about it like in our when when the person that's talk about culture can talk about that. Maybe we don't need to put in on the slide.
Can I read a sentence so that you can understand what I'm saying? So, Bourdieu is saying that education plays an important role in aiding the reproduction of social inequality and social exclusion.
Yes, yes.
So, cultural capital assumes central importance in the above process of social reproduction because inequalities in cultural capital reflect inequalities in social class.
So
actually,
where you want to put it? You just put it in and let's
it's in
have a look.
In issues.
Issues. So reproduction. Why don't you put it in?
Okay. Hold on. I will.
We won't hold on. You put it.
Stop
but
laughing.
I am thinking that people are gonna question us a lot in the scenario, and they would want us to clarify it. Okay, or maybe Martha. Okay, you just add in first.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. What's Feby? What do you think? what do you think Mata would ask us? Like, what is that burning
Yeah,
thought?
the burning question, right?
Yeah.
Like because we would just throw at her a lot of problems, and then we move on. Because like we said in the afternoon that the moderator, I will be the moderator, and I would say that today we're gonna open a panel discuss on the question: should national curriculum be blamed for indigenous students' failure? So we would start with I would say like Harris said that according to these people, indigenous students are experiencing really poor performance, low attendance, low levels of education attainment, high dropout rates, unemployment, health issues, cultural condition to trial and errors, inequality in education, and so on, for example. So what do you guys think? It means we move on to the next slide, and in which you guys are discussing.
Great.
So basically this slide with scenario, we just name the problem, and then we move on. Then it's not gonna work.
Create a space where we ask a very critical question, like how would I say it?
What do you think about the problems? Do you agree with the problems? What do you say? Like, do you think those are the problems?
Do you think? No, I think we were right to say, should we blame? Should the curriculum be blamed?
Okay, so the question is
okay.
No. I actually, what Maria's just said reminded me, reminded me of, just trigger an idea, like to stop Martha from questioning us about just making a shopping list and then leave it. Then I would say, I would ask like something like the problems, do you like the problems there are do you think is correct? Something like that. Something like to ask
I
you.
think she will question our
ask,
recommendations.
You think she's gonna?
No. But my point is, if you just make a shopping list and then no explanation and then you leave it, then the question is there. So we should say. Okay.
No, say it first.
Okay, so I'm thinking, if after name the list, then one question should be raised, like do you guys agree with that, with the scenario, with the fact that indigenous students are facing in their education?
Oh, okay.
So you are saying that questions will be asked from the audience?
No. I will ask you guys. Ask you guys question. So at least one of you should have some analysis on that. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, because Harris in 1984 said this. Harrison in 2008 said this. At least something to show them that we have the reference. It's not that making a shopping list and leave it.
That's right.
From nowhere. So there should be one person to do some analysis in here, or making some comments. Like yes, it's that's just to name just a few. I agree. That's just to name just a few, because this guy said, something like that.
Like somebody might want to ask us, why is health issues within that list?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
We have to clarify some very sensitive problems, ambiguous thing like health issue. What's health
Yeah.
issue has something to do with the
Yeah,
education.
that's right. Somebody would actually ask us that, and we have to
Yeah.
show why
So,
it's.
yes, we have
Yeah.
to say it before they ask us.
Yep. So the
Like,
moderator would ask us that, you know.
So what I mean is we have to stop here a little bit to clarify it. Like after I make I list the list and make the list shopping list. You guys may say, yes, Harry yes, I totally agree with this. In 1984, Harry said, the health issues is also the problems. What do you mean by that? You have to clarify the health issue to show them what health issue has anything to do with their education for the indigenous students, something like that. Or unemployment, or cultural conditions to trial and error. What do you mean by cultural conditions to trial and error? There should be some explanation in here. It's not that I just
can explain the cultural condition. You can explain the final issue.
Final issues.
Conditioned.
Yeah, culturally conditioned to trial and error. Folly, you remember this afternoon we talked about they don't want to listen to teachers' instructions. They don't listen to the teacher's instruction. They just do it and then learn from errors.
Yeah,
Regardless of the damaging, they just do it. And that's why Maria commented that, very primitive, remember that. That's culturally conditioned because in your book, I think it's your book, they say that they don't listen to the teacher. They they want to try it and learn from error. It's something like that. Polly, look into the book. I remember that one.
And then Apana's book said something else about orally,
Yeah. In Apana's book. So it's very interesting to explain the culturally conditioned to trial and error.
Yeah.
And health issue.
And
health issue.
And
very interesting.
Also we must understand that even though it's indigenous are seen as like they all have their own different cultures, you know what I mean? So they themselves too are also diverse,
they themselves are also diverse. That's what you mean.
Well, yeah,
that's what I said. That's what I said. Culture itself is diverse. Let alone more than one culture.
Well, that's it. Who's opening that?
Okay, so we okay on this one, right? We stop here in the scenario for some explanation. And the explanation would come in the health issues and culturally conditioned to trial and error, okay? Because the rest are easy to understand.
That's right.
Okay, so we would mark that one to allocate to someone to talk about it, clarify it, okay? Is it okay?
I thought, are we all going to all talk about it, or is only one person? That's something I don't understand.
Maria, you don't understand? How come? The moderator would say, today we'll open the panel discussion about this question because there arise some problems with the indigenous students in their education, like they are experiencing poor performance, low attendance. I make a list it, and then I ask, what do you guys think? And then you would agree with me, like Maria or would say, yes, Fabi, I totally agree with you. And what really interests me is the problem of health issues and culturally conditions to trial and errors. Because Harry said that health issue problems means like this, and then you give some explanation. And then, interestingly, this is really something really strange that culturally conditioned when they experience the problem of culturally conditioned to trial and error. Because this guy, you know, the author said, you know, they do not want to listen to instructions from teachers. They want to try it and learn from the damages, learn from the errors, regardless of the damages. That's really interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's represented even today. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. So
Wait,
so the analysis. Let me finish it first. So the analysis finished there with those two, and then the moderator would say like, okay, so should now national curriculum be blamed for those problems? And then the discussion would continue. So the next slide.
Wait, pause first, pause. Okay, with that last point on cultural conditions, I'm thinking, you know how you guys were talking about, before my idea ran away, please.
Yep.
On these cultural conditions to trial and errors, what if Apana's point on social reproduction, you know how that point on social reproduction?
Yes, that's an idea.
To support that point. You know what I mean? That point that she said could support that cultural conditioning. That's how I see it.
Okay. Apana?
Yes.
Are you listening?
What do you say?
I'm listening.
Okay. Do you agree with that?
Thinking.
But it's just to support the argument. Support the argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Same thing.
That's what I'm saying. Support it. Support that idea.
So, what you want me to add?
No, just say when we are discussing, you can actually say that point that you raised.
The points that you just raised.
Yeah.
The reproduction of social culture and social inequality.
Yes,
okay. And then, okay, I would put in here, Apana.
Yeah.
I am writing the script. Apana would say something about the cultural reproduction. Okay. And then we move on. After that, we move on to the next slides, okay? What do you say?
Hold on, I was just thinking about, just hold on. So don't you think low attendance, low levels of educational attainment, and high dropout rates should come under one point?
In 1 point.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What point? Like what?
Just
point
low retention.
2, 3, 4.
That's it. Low retention.
Low retention. That's a good word.
Low attendance.
Detention.
No.
Remember.
Low attendance causes high dropout rates.
It means
just write lower retention.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. So we'll just put like low attendance, low levels of educational attainment, and high dropout rates in 1 point.
Yep.
Okay, you
and
combine all
said
those.
Low retention.
I think should combine.
Okay. Okay, I would make some change in here. Let's see.
Low retention rates at what level, guys?
Low retention, yeah.
Rates at what level?
As students progress
School
in their
level.
next what? Higher level?
What level?
Okay, you guys see the
Mostly
change?
about higher, high school.
High school
Low
level.
retention is in high school. Most of the reference that we found.
Okay, put it in the high school level.
Remember I said about they don't want to go to university? Yeah, because it made them less indigenous.
You guys are changed.
Ignore that.
You change it?
Ignore that.
Well, I cannot change it. Make a change.
Why? We can see the change.
Tại sao con không nghe chuyện của con ở trong cái máy con mang về? Lấy ra
Yes,
nghe
I
đi, cô giáo đang
understand
hỏi
you.
là hôm nay cô giáo hỏi mẹ là con có nghe chuyện không đấy?
Apana.
Lấy ra. Okay, Apana, you changed it?
What?
Can you change it? Because I cannot.
Change
I
again?
couldn't change as well because I add something to the next slide.
Because they
and it
say
didn't.
like it's still being edited.
Yeah,
Okay, I
me
can
too.
change.
That's some
I'll change.
problem with me too.
Somebody's.
So instead of low attendance, low levels of education attainment, and high dropout rates, I'm just writing low retention rate at higher education.
No,
Tell
don't.
me this. Tell me the.
No. You don't need
No.
to say
Don't
to
say.
clarify the level. I don't think so. You just like say
But
that.
they might ask us.
Wait,
They might.
shouldn't we say that it is in higher education? We should say in high school instead?
Why?
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
they don't want to go to the university.
No. Yeah, we cannot, because we are saying that they drop out and they do not reach high.
Yes, so it's not
Can we say this?
higher education. They stop at school level.
Can we say rise in disinterest of continuing education?
That's an idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm about to ask about that, like the self depreciation, that one.
That's good.
We'll put self-depreciation there as one of them. One of those problems.
Depreciation. They do not evaluate themselves.
They don't think that school is important. And
where is low expectation?
Yep.
But then also
instead of saying a poor performance, should we say low expectation?
No, poor performance. They're known for poor performance.
No. Poor performance means the output.
Oh,
the results are not good.
And
that's the fact. That their results, exam results and assessments not good.
So what about low expectation? We shouldn't put there.
Low attendance, I think a low attendance somehow similar to high dropout rates.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why Apana is saying.
No, I cannot hear you, Jam.
I think he needs to turn his audio on.
Yeah, there's a audio on the left-hand side.
Earpiece. Now tell him to connect his earpiece.
He have problem with your phone.